Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI. Last time, we got to tell everyone in the hideout that Kupka is gone. That shadow will not be looming over everyone anymore. Man, it was plain that Kupka has been like the boogeyman to people in the hideaway. I mean, it's understandable what he did to the last one. Also got to take on an S rank. That was fun. That hurt a lot. Anyway, we're here in Lost Wind to pick up the other side quest that's currently available to us from Quentin right now.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village.
Oh dear.
Rustlings in the undergrowth. Suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous.
And you want me to go take a look?
Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Sure, I might as well. For great justice. Oh dear.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
Alright, well, it's my only other side quest. Let's mark it as the priority and move on. Let's see, I gotta find 2 people, looks like, from what I'm seeing. Oh, nope, 3 people. Dang, you guys are everywhere.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be
find
fun.
out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
Working on it. I just gotta get to them. Alright, here's our first one, finally.
Excuse me. Quentin mentioned strange figures having been sighted near the village. Have you seen anything?
Nah, not me, Gov. I heard the rumours, though. I'm here most days, right next to the gate, and I ain't seen nothing out of the ordinary. Don't worry. Any shady characters try and slip into town this way, and I'll soon come running. And shouting, most likely.
All right. Thank you.
At least he's honest. Alright, so definitely not this gate. Ma'am, have you seen anything unusual?
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you.
Huh. Oh. Look for the shadowy figures in Lorbert's Path. Okay, this is a massive improvement over 14. I'm gonna be honest. If this were 14, I'd have to still go talk to the third person, and then we'd be like, yeah, go find them. And then it'd come back here and tell me to go find out.
Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
Come on, Torgal, let's go. Already at the quest marker? Oh, I'm getting unseated. Got us a cutscene. Torgal?
You there. Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape.
Black shields.
Black shields. Here.
Not for much longer.
What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you?
Oh, it's everything to
All
me.
that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
This combo still works just fine on those guys. Oh, hi. Oh, dick. Oh. That was my fault. Oh, second wave. Fine, if that's the case, let's put on some likes. And then immediately find whoever cast that. Oh, you just bought yourself a world of hurt, buddy. Freaking casters. Can't have that. Oh, get denied! And destroyed. Oh, you're a sergeant, sir. Good night. Well, that was a cakewalk. Thank you.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin.
Dagnabbit. Well, at least we got them. Alright, Quentin, you do have something to worry about.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for.
They serve a new
And it
master?
would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain.
Yeah, no kidding.
Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
And why is this only a side quest then?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque.
Oh.
All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
Up until he stabbed you in the back.
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport.
Oh.
I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered.
Damn.
And he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him and slit their throats myself.
Whoa.
But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target.
Boy, this took a dark turn fast.
With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first.
Damn.
My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
I am surprised this is not a main quest. Also, god dang, is everyone in Sonbrek just a piece of shit? Seriously. Dion, are you sure you're not adopted? Because everyone else in that freaking country. My goodness.
I'm not going to change his mind.
No, I'm not. And surprisingly, that did not open up a new side quest, which I half expected it to. All right, back to the main then.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
Yeah, that is the hope. If not, well, I mean, this is letting off Steam 1. Probably gonna be letting off Steam 2 then. I should probably be letting off Steam 3, considering she needed 3 parts.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You'll be sneaking around on your Todd all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
And then she'll give me the next piece of the puzzle, I'm sure. Alright, yo. Man, that's a lot of ability points there. Quite a lot of ability points.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Yeah, no problem. Actually, I think I have a use for those ability points. I'm gonna change out who my active icon is. Sorry, Garuda, as much as I enjoy having you, we're gonna go to Ramu for a wee bit. Let's see, I want the lightning rod there. And then, yep, I thought I had enough. Judgment Bolt. Increases bolts if I can upgrade it, but I don't have the upgrade for it, but just fine. There. I want to give this a shot. Judgment Bolt just seems to be pretty goddamn bonkers. Alright, Mid, what's next on the list?
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Oh.
Salvage from the ruins. I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need.
That seems very convenient.
What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name?
What's her name? Right.
Good lord, please let her name actually be what's her name. It's Helena.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air.
Okay.
Were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating.
Fair enough.
In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode.
And that's very bad.
This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
Okay, please stop. You're scaring me.
I understand.
Just tell me where the damn thing is.
Said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lost
I was
Winds.
just there.
The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I'll deal with it.
See. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you.
Mm-hmm.
Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Alright, fine. Good lord. Gather the materials, head for Lobert's Pass. Again.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
The music here is a lot more ominous all of a sudden, and things are clearly getting ready to come to a head here in Lost Wind. Great. Alright, this is the right spot, or pretty close to it. Yeah, I know.
Straight
I got small fry. Jeez, I'm just gonna let Torgal deal with them.
Now, Torgal!
Because clearly, Torgal can handle himself. That was embarrassing. Like, seriously, you think the monsters here would realize how strong I am?
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Fine.
Of course. I'll be right back.
Wonder what sort of creature we're looking at here. Goblin Gigas? Another griffin? Maybe a coral? Minotaur?
Anybody home?
Hello? Is there a beastie in here? An Ahriman?
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
All right, buddy. Unwanted visitor. It's not. He doesn't even. Oh, he's still got Doom.
Over here!
Wait for that to fire off. Oh, wow, that's irritating. Dick!
To me, flames!
Oh, please, you're nothing, buddy. Wow, I did not go anywhere near I wanted to go for that. Alright, time to try some Judgment Bolt. Oh, that didn't do half bad, even if I did whiff half of it. Oh, jeez. Time to go. God dang.
There's more!
Get back here.
This one. Fire and flame!
There we go. That wasn't too bad. So we reused the Ahriman as a normal enemy. That was cute.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Pretty much.
Sid. Thank goodness you're safe.
Oh, please. It was just an Ahriman. It wasn't that bad. Even if I did screw up a couple times.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Easy enough. Holy crap, 600 renown. Ooh, what is this? Increases strength tonic duration by 10 seconds. Not too bad. Alright, well these guys get that thing back to the hideout. I guess I'll go check up on mid. See what crazy errand she has for me for part 3.
We're seeing troops amassing.
Hello. Figured we've had enough now to finally get a new renown reward.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Oh, 2. Some shells, some roses, and a nice chunk of ability points.
Here you are.
And then this, 2 meteorites.
You earned this.
Nothing special there. This, however, 715 for a high cleric's medallion, and then 850 for the
Best
next
of luck
one.
out there, Sid.
Oh, don't worry. These things are definitely worth my time and effort. All right, mid. That's 2 parts down, 1 to go.
Soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just 1 remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started.
So?
I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge,
Tomes?
I know whose counsel I would seek.
Yep.
Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
If you thought of it, why didn't you ask him?
Right away.
God dang it, mid. You are a headache sometimes, you know that? You really are. Alright, well, let's see if Hippocrates actually has anything useful to say. Alright, my man, let's see if you know anything. Sure you do.
Hippocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
There you are. Some thermal shielding designs.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next?
Maybe some shielding for it.
Around the edges.
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
Oh?
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch.
Oh.
I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames.
Ah, little fireproofing for the
Before
boat.
came the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Delegate, man. Pass this thing downfield. Oh, pass it down to Jill.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research.
Oh.
I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Oh, well, this is easy. I'm taking Jill with me, clearly. I'm leaving Jill to you. Alright. Speak with Hippocrates. Okay.
So, Clive, have you made your decision?
Yeah, clearly I'm
Who will
taking Jill with
accompany
me.
you on your little excursion?
Come on, Jill. Let's go.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
Northreach. Wonder how the dame's doing.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
She's probably like, you left me with the old man.
No. Where's Jill?
Where is Jill? That is a good question. Jill! Jill! Jill?
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has finally...
Jill?
Keep them pilchards
Oh,
nice
there
and
you are.
chilled. I won't have you.
Are those Pepio nuts? I can never tell.
Neither can I.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other
Seriously,
things we need.
garlic?
We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
God dang. Stuff really does sound edible. Eggs, nuts, garlic. Sounds like we're making a souffle, not, you know, fireproofing for a ship.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
Ah, perfect. Garlic.
I trust it's all here.
One down, one to go.
All anyone ever wants anymore is water. How the hell is anyone... What do you want?
Jeez.
If that's what you want.
Here, I'll even take an extra potion off you. How's that sound, buddy?
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Well, mine was dead easy. Wonder how she did getting the white chocobo eggs.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Easy enough. There's your garlic, there's your nuts. Phrasing, crap. Wait, those are my nuts. That's even worse.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Hippocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Sure. Little heart-to-heart time's good. Torgal, don't eat the ingredients.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children.
Ah.
Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Nope.
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
Aw, bonding time.
And I saw some bread.
I think Torgal sees some bread right now, too.
Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You're right.
Memories.
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
Not one bit.
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done.
I hope so.
And we can live on our own terms.
I hope so.
Damn. You know...
Thank you, Clive.
This is worrying me all of a sudden. Like, seriously. Like, I'm feeling too many death flags going off here. One of these two is not going to make it to the end of the game. Haven't seen Rosalith Castle, really? Wow. Situated in the heart of the ducal capital of Rosalith, this towering ivory fortress has been under Sonbreck command since 860. Although little remains for them to command, since much of the capital was destroyed in the siege set by Hugo Kupka and his private guard. Ah, that's what it was. Just letting us know the place has gone to hell. Well, this was nice, but we should probably get back to Mid with all this stuff before any of it spoils.
Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
I really hope she doesn't die before the end of this. I really do.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Oh, I'm sure he's getting along just fine. I just gotta get up there and see. I don't want Jill to die. God, please let me be wrong about this. Please let me be wrong. I don't want to see anything bad happen to Jill.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Also another excuse to get her to go rest.
Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
You too. God dang it, will you two just kiss already, I swear.
Our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me.
Fine.
Thank you, Harpocrates.
I mean, honestly, she'll probably be thrilled that we just managed to solve the problem. Nice. A lot of free money items.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
All right, Mid. I think we got it solved.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
Seriously, I'm supposed to be taking you to see your father's grave. I got Mid.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Didgeridoo-dahs. I like that one.
Stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside.
All right.
Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is going to require some precision walloping.
I feel like her lips should have moved there. That sounds like a goldsmith's hammer going off, not a sledgehammer like I'd expect. Sometime later. Well, there it is. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but, well, as long as it works.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
Oh, slag me!
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Oh, thank goodness.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Go take a well-deserved break, Blackthorn. My goodness. All right. Gonna finally come with me to go see Daddy?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance.
Oh. Maybe.
That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that.
Yep.
And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Also, you now finally sound like Sid's daughter.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command.
Oh.
Sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
Yeah.
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Finally.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right.
My goodness.
I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oof. That's gonna take some getting used to. Captain Clive. Oh. Gained a new quest. Really? From my missive table? Oh, there's 2 quests, actually. That one's weird science. Alright, well, we'll pick that one up here in a minute. This one apparently is part of a letter. Oh. Oh, god dang! I got 3 of them! Oh, well, this just got a hell busier than I thought it would. Man, we just opened up the floodgates here. Alright, let's start with the first one off the record. Goat, huh? I was thumbing through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something that might need your attention. Maybe. And by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be. Let's go.
Trouble with the ledgers? Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Yeah. Alright, well, we're gonna have us a bunch of quests to go play with here. Alright, next one. A bad feeling. From Karen. Clive, something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come play a visit at the toll.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Bone to pick. Oh, is he just hungry? Is that it? And last but certainly not least, about Blackthorn. The pen is mightier? What is this? Open 10 letters, okay. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls lately. I don't know, maybe he's just tired from the last thing we did. So I'm thinking, maybe it weren't just the leather what was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered, assuming it ain't just the forge. I mean, you know...
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
This is a plus quest, so this is definitely one we want to focus on. My goodness. This is just gonna be an episode full of side quests! Alright, well, we're here, so we've got 2 of them to deal with. I want to see what Karen's talking about Torgal first. I think he's just hungry.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations.
Sheesh.
But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats.
Oh.
He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him, which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
Maybe.
No harder than usual.
What's wrong, boy?
Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
You got a toothache or something?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Maybe. Alright, let's focus this quest. I don't want to be jumping around willy-nilly between each of them because that'll make my head hurt. And it'll be confusing for you. Hippocrates, there's something wrong with my wolf. Perhaps you know something.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite. Which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients.
Ah.
As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Alright, gotta go get us some new meat for Torgal, so that's the problem. Awesome. What? A chronolith is detected nearby? What the heck is a chronolith? Hold on. Give me a second.
Straight home now.
Deal with this first. Alright, now, the heck is a chronolith?
It's the same as the one back at the hideaway. Doesn't seem to be working, though.
Okay. The Hand of Hyperion. No idea. Weird. Oh, why the game, suddenly like, hey, this is a thing, and then like, oh yeah, but it doesn't do anything, so weird.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
I don't really see giant antelopes, I see regular antelopes. Oh, elder antelope, okay, that'll work.
I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
Well, here you go, I'll even cook it for you.
Get him!
Stay down!
Stick him!
Alright, there we go. That was a cakewalk. These things didn't even put up a bit of a fight. 20 bloody hides for my trouble. And some fresh meat for Torgal for his. These better?
Will it be enough, I wonder?
Oh. Much better.
I say that answers my question.
There we go.
Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks.
Mm-hmm.
You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy.
Yep. With sharp teeth.
You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Ah, goodness me. Oh, really? I figured that would clean out the quest, but I guess we gotta go let Karen know that Doggo is good and ready for more. Aren't you, boy? Yes, you are. Alright, Karen. Torgal's back to normal.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
Yeah, Puppy just needed the right kinds of bones. Yours lacked the nutrients he really needed. That's why he wasn't interested.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now I know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
Oh, I left a bunch of them. There you go. Plenty of fresh bones for Torgal.
Right. I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Oh. Wow, really? This quest isn't over? I have to go talk to Tomes too? Wow, we are involved. Man, I thought I was gonna be able to get through all these side quests, but I don't know. These things do take a fair bit of time.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
Yes, I was.
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents.
Oh?
Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
Mm-hmm.
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
Oh?
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one Eikon's power.
Oh.
Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the Eikons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty.
That's why he reminded me of Ramu a little bit.
Has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Tomes, you don't even think that.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Oh. Yeah, you don't even think that, dude. I don't even want to think of having Torgal lose. Oh, that would suck. Ooh, Kaval's Fang. Slightly increases Torgal's attack potency. Oh, that's cool. I don't think he hits hard enough to really, warrant that. But still, that's nice. Speaking of, how is he doing growth-wise? I think they're either in attributes. Guess not. I guess he's not technically in the party right now, so I can't look. Pooh. Well, he definitely seems happier now. Look at him. He's already begging for those bones Karen's got. All right, let's see how Blackthorn's doing.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long.
Oh dear.
I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone.
We just had one of those.
Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something I've never seen before.
Please tell me you at least bought it this time.
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it.
Oh?
You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
Damn!
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
Alright.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Alright.
Thank you.
Probably first thing to do is talk to Karen to see where the sword
came.
kept.
About this sword.
Yeah, figured she would know where she got the sword, then we're just gonna have to trace this sucker back to who made it. One bit at a time.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn.
Never one for pleasantries.
Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that.
Sheesh.
Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Okay.
Thank you, Karen.
Good luck.
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric. If you take my meaning.
Yes, I do.
I appreciate the warning.
Also, would you seriously just give Torgal a bone? Look at him, he's freaking out over here.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Hope not. I'm also glad they seem to be letting me back in here.
What are we gonna do?
It was a touch concerned they'd be like, you again, get the hell out. Oh.
My reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you.
There we go.
Before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out!
Jeez,
I
man.
paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Well, that was pleasant.
Allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
What's bothering him?
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Sheesh.
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
More money than sense indeed. Guy's a jerk.
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see.
Oh.
The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I half expected Clive to demand the sword.
The thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
Don't think I've been there.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
This guy's got a lot of confidence in us. Alright. Now, where am I going? Oh. Oh. Where the Adamantoise was. Sweet. At least I know where it is. Getting closer. Now all I gotta do is... Oh, hello. There they are.
We've got company!
Yes, you do!
Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
Boom! I love that attack. Oh, that's a caster.
Too slow.
Can't have casters going around in here causing trouble.
Nice try.
This one.
Oh, I even got a parry. This guy's name is the Innkeeper. Oh my goodness. And finish it off. Big old Judgment Bolt. 33k, that ain't bad. Oh yeah! Oh, that's smart. Oh, that too. You can have that one, buddy. Ah, that was nothing. That was nothing. Not too bad. Now, where's all that ill-gotten loot?
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged.
Good.
All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
Oh wow, just warps me there directly. Sweet.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects.
Mm-hmm.
What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
The old freaking assassin name?
Indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right. Speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword.
Wow.
It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twin.
Oh.
And is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship.
Oh, it's a samurai sword, isn't it?
No combat should ever exceed a single strike and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow.
Ah.
There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours.
Mm.
And that is the key. The secret ingredient.
And that mineral is?
Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Oh, thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield.
Oh, crap.
And is a perennial thorn in my side.
Of course it's Byron.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern, may our paths cross again.
Oh.
Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
Dude, that's gonna be an awkward conversation if he ever sees us with Byron.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Yep, very awkward conversation.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Yeah, no kidding. I can't wait to see what new recipes he comes up with for this. Alright, Blackthorn, check this thing out.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully he'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
Mm-hmm.
I did better than that.
Here you go. The Sundered Whetstone. A slab of rock quarried on the southern continent. Its unparalleled hardness makes it perfect for sharpening blades forged from all manner of metals, from bronze to adamantite. It's only a fragment, unfortunately.
A whetstone? Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
And one fade out later, one explanation later. And hopefully this should whet his appetite.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. But good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the Cursebreakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the Cursebreakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
There we are.
I'm sure the Cursebreakers will be delighted.
Now he's got that fire lit.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone.
Oof.
Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August 2. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
Someone's got
happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it.
Sweet.
You come and find me when you've got the materials.
Yeah, then there's that.
I will.
Well, what materials do I need for this monstrosity? Come on, I want to see this fancy new blade. Dang, we might break 700 renown here soon. Excalibur design draft. All right, let's see this Excalibur recipe. Come on, I want to see it. Let's go, come on. I gotta see what I need to make this new sword.
Back, are you?
Yes, I'm back. Now.
So, what'll it be?
What do I need? I need more Weirite, and I need a bomb ember. But man, them stats are good. Not by too much, though. It's surprising. The diamond sword. I need white worm bone. Haven't seen that yet either. But that... Oh, we got the Grimalkin hide, and I got the Scarletite. Just need a bomb ember.
And?
Yeah. Alright, Goat. What's the problem?
Clive, did you get my letter?
Yes, I did.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. And stop whispering.
Oh, don't make me listening.
Is this better?
Oh, for crying out loud.
Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time.
How much?
And
How much?
I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
Busted!
Oh, what a surprise.
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. In the hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Probably Karen.
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
Holy crap.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's the conversion rate? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, so let's map this out. So 500 talents is 5 million gil. 100 talents is 1 million gil. A talent is 10,000 gil? Damn! Damn! Also, Mithril Engine. The technology designed to propel the Hideaway's flagship, the Enterprise, across the seas at heretofore inconceivable speeds. It's not fueled by magic, but by mithril, a hard inert substance refined from deadland soil. Oh, cool. Inert, that is, unless burned at blistering temperatures, where it releases all the energy stored within, for which reason cooling is required in the form of a 3-piece thermal displacement stack.
5 million each.
How the hell did you bungle that
That's
up?
the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the Hideaway, you see? And, well, I must have made some sort of
15 million gil? Oh my god.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're going to make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
IOUs?
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are.
What?
A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
Yeah.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
I still sit here.
Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Yep.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Star rubies, huh?
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No.
No. I don't.
Goodbye, goat. It was nice knowing you. Dude, these things are worth freaking that much? That is bonkers. Oh, goodness gracious me. Hello, Martha.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
Here you are. A star ruby. One of 3 brilliant gemstones acquired and set aside by Sid for a rainy day. Otto now deems that day to have arrived and wishes to use the rubies to pay off 3 outstanding debts to Lady Karen, Martha, Martha's Rest, and Isabella the Veil.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Mm-hmm. Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
Thankfully he didn't.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
For the most part.
I suppose I do.
Well, one down, one to go. Thankfully, it seems the guards around here don't pay any attention. Or, you know, I've still got the right emblem on.
Still no...
Malady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion?
The occasion is paying off some serious debt.
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the hideaway.
Oh?
My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well.
You know, plus it's worth a cool 10 million.
Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto's son?
Otto had a son.
He never told us.
Long ago. Yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
No, nor did I.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Mm-hmm. Well, time to go plan Goat's funeral.
Goat will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Well, I'll be. Look, he's still alive!
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that.
Whoa.
I tried my best.
What was with his mouth there?
But she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
It's not like Karen, but then again, everyone else seems to have refused these darn things. So, you know, why buck the trend? I figured she'd just take the darn thing. You know. Well, hey, at least she left Goat alive. I could have ended worse. Ah, good boy, Torgal. Finally got a bone. I see you stopped begging.
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you?
Dude, I've always been a prince.
Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Fair enough. I mean, that still technically puts 5 million in the hideaway's coffers. That's pretty decent.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
Well, there we go. All debts settled.
Delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump, I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Come on, Goat. You can do better than that.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used, either out of habit or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
defected?
Before he died.
Oh.
20 summers, give or take.
Dang.
Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. But having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat.
Oops.
But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day. And there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have?
That's why.
My family were the ones who summoned the constable. Wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him. Forget what I felt. And I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down.
No wonder he came to you first.
Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
God dang, Sid. Oh. Wow, we even got a flashback for a side quest. Check this out. Is this gonna give me ATL? Oh my god, it almost does.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown.
Oh, Sid, I miss you, man.
It can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone.
Him and his dang little cigarettes.
But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
My goodness. Oh, that was sweet. Got to see a little time with Sid.
I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man.
I have a feeling I'm about to get that goblet for my collection.
Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
Come on, Clive. Take the... What's this?
This is Sid's handwriting.
Hmm?
Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you.
Oh, I got to hear Sid again.
Love you, you grumpy old sod.
Aww.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
Oh.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off.
Otto, man, you need a hug. Come here.
You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction, and I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Yeah, don't worry about Goat. We'll figure him out. Eventually.
Would you rather Goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go,
Hmm?
Sid would have wanted you to have this.
See, I was right. It is going to end up in my little collection.
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Mm-hmm.
Already have.
Man, this was too good to be a side quest. This was too good to be a side quest. Ah, that needed to be a main quest. Sid's Goblet, there it is. My goodness. My goodness. Well, that was nice, but unfortunately I don't think we're gonna get to that last side quest today. It's just, this video is already gonna be too bloody long. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Game of Crystals, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.